Man, oh man, that was a fun hour. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. If you missed any portion of our hour with Jason Gillum talking about just being a pilot, being a commercial airline pilot, and especially being a pilot in this day and age, you can go back and check that out on our podcast. You can find it at 997wtn.com or any places where you find Murphy Show podcast. I enjoyed it. We'll have Jason back very, very soon. Man, I had so many other questions for him. And somebody I did not ask, and I'm sitting here regretting. I mean, what's the weirdest comfort animal that he's ever seen on one of his airplanes? You know?
Porcupine.
I bet maybe he's seen a porcupine. I did ask before he left, Ken. I asked him. I said, "You ever had to restrain? You know, because I know you don't want to talk about this, but you ever have to restrain someone in flight?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, there was this big fellow one time named Jackson Williams. We had to
restrain him
coming out of Knoxville. I had to tie him down. He was blubbering about the big orange." That's not true. He did say, but this makes me feel better. One time, he said he had to do that in 30 years. One time.
Good.
Why don't you tell Ken Weaver your question for Jason before he left, Jackson?
Has he ever caught somebody trying to join the Mile High Club? The answer was yes. It happens often, or not often, but it's happened multiple times.
And typically, it's the flight attendant that does the catching. But no, you know what he said though? He said, you know who turns them in?
Who?
Other passengers.
Other passengers. Yeah, well, especially somebody who needs to use the facility.
Yeah. Hey, buddy boy, why don't you speed that up in there? And by the way, have you been in those bathrooms? Teeny-tiny.
Yeah.
I don't know how two people can get in there.
Exactly.
Much less
do all that
business. Speaking of the business, we've got nincompoops in the news coming up in just a little bit.
I got a good one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got a good one.
Man, when Ken Weaver gets a good one, you might as well not even show up.
Brother Jackson might have the very one I have.
Uh-oh.
Because it's kind of along Brother Jackson's themes.
Oh,
Okay.
so they're nude.
I didn't say that.
Jackson likes the nudes.
They're
He
either.
does.
Can I guess?
He does. Oh, wait on
Not
it.
yet,
Tease
Brother
on it
Jackson.
now.
Not
Wait
yet,
on it
Brother
now.
Jackson. Not yet, man.
We
I
got to
don't
wait till
want Ken
5.
to get disqualified.
Oh, no. We got to wait till 5:35. Oh, wait. Yeah, Ken's been gone for 2 days,
I
though.
know. That's why I've got 2 ready to go just in case.
Yeah, that's a smart move. I feel like if one
you're
of
gone
if
multiple
the regulars,
days.
if one of the regulars is gone multiple days, you get a pass on the repeats. Got to feel that way anyway. All right, 615-737-9986. Let me give you a quick example of lazy. By the way, if you've got little pictures in the car, plug those ears. Lazy ass reporting. There's no other way of putting it. Lazy A reporting by the Tennessean. Just lazy. Lazy. And I'm going to name names. The Tennessean's Vivian Jones. Lazy. Listen to this article. I will read it to you. Headline. DNC says Republicans panicking as Trump holds Van Epps event. The Week in Politics. Vivian Jones of the Tennessean. Liberal rag. I added that last part. Republican nominee Matt Van Epps says he's not nervous about his prospects in the December 2nd special congressional election against a Democrat Afton Bain after a sweep of Democratic victories in other states this month. But moves national Republicans are making are not typical for an election in a district that's been historically a Republican stronghold. Tennessee's 7th district has historically been dark red. Even after redistricting in 2021 that diluted Republican power there, now retired U.S. Representative Mark Green overwhelmingly won re-election in the 7th district by 22 points last November. President Donald Trump won most counties in the district last November by 3 or 4-1. That's the lazy nature. You headline this thing and you put 2 paragraphs up saying that the Republicans are nervous, and then you make a brief mention. That 2021 redistricting was everything, Vivian. And by the way, I don't know of anyone that's nervous that this is going to be a loss for the Democrat, or loss rather for the Republicans, especially how the Democrats are comporting themselves, as I went through in the first hour of the show. Van Epps, quoted in the article saying we've got incredible momentum after casting his ballot November 12th. Democrats are overperforming in special elections this year. Where were those special elections, y'all? Lazy. This is so lazy. They want you. So this is an intentional effort on the part of the Tennessean and Vivian Jones, in my opinion, to try to convince you that there's a competitive nature to this race. And maybe there would be if all the Republicans stay home. But I don't believe all the Republicans are going to stay home. And in an effort to make sure the Republicans don't stay home, Donald Trump is making sure that you know that he has given a full-throated endorsement to Matt Van Epps. And that it is important that you go out and vote because you've got a 3-vote majority in the House of Representatives right now moving into an election year of 2026. Democrats are overperforming where? In New Jersey? Are they? Did they overperform in New Jersey? Or did they just perform? Because New Jersey is a blue state. Did they overperform in Virginia? Oh, there was performance art going on in Virginia. Oh, sure. In the sense that it is believed by many in Washington, D.C. circles that the only reason that they held out on the government shutdown as long as they did was to get past the election cycle so they could show the crazies on the political left that they were holding the line against the evil, mean-spirited Republicans who, by the way, had nothing to do with the shutdown to begin with. And then immediately they were going to roll over and play dead after the election cycle happened. And, oh, by the way, they did that because of the number of federal government employees that live in Virginia. They needed those votes, motivated votes. Virginia's a blue state anyway. You know who overperformed? Glenn Youngkin. I don't expect that Vivian Jones wrote about that a couple of years ago, did she? Or a few years ago when he won election. Democrats, continuing now, capitalizing on momentum from big Democrat victories this month. National Democrats are looking at Tennessee's 7th district as a prime opportunity for an upset flip. Republicans are responding in a big way. The Republican National Committee has committed 6 figures toward the race. 6 figures. That's a lot. It's my understanding that a George Soros-backed group has offered $350,000 minimum, largely attempting to benefit the third party in this race. That would be a gentleman that we're going to talk to tomorrow by the name of John Thorpe, someone that I don't know, but we look forward to meeting him and hearing what he's all about. Trump had a second tele-town hall November 13th, urging voters to get to the polls to support Matt Van Epps. During the town hall, Trump attacked Bain, calling her left-wing lunatic and a Marxist agenda that would be catastrophic for years to come. She's been called the AOC of Tennessee because of how radical left and how dangerous her policies are, said Trump, claiming that Bain advocated for massive tax increases. She did. She wants billionaires to pay, right? I heard her say it. She said it on my show. So that's not a claim. That's the truth. He's repeating something that she has said repeatedly over and over. So just a lazy report on the part of the Tennessee and wanting to scare the hell out of the people. I would say this. Be cognizant of the fact that there's an election going on. If you live in the 7th Congressional District, I would encourage you to vote for Matt Van Epps. I believe that Matt Van Epps will capably represent the 7th Congressional District, and we will have Matt back on the show. I think he's on Dan's show Wednesday. He will be on our show next Monday or Tuesday. Just look out for that prior to, I guess it would be Tuesday because we've got the Nashville the Radiothon Monday, so it would necessarily need to be Tuesday. So look out for that. And once again, Dan's got him on Nashville's Morning News this coming Wednesday. I have John Thorpe, who's running as an independent tomorrow, and Afton Bain has been repeatedly invited to come back on the show and explain to us how much of a socialist she truly is. In the meantime, John has called in and says, is this right, Jackson? Matt Van Epps sucks. Is that correct? All right. Hey, John, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
I'm good, John. I hope you are, brother.
Oh, yeah, doing great. Yeah, I just want to say about the money donated that you were talking about earlier. You know, they donate all this money to make spear campaigns, but, you know, that's where you should always trust your neighbor and everything instead of the big political ads. Just look at them. he's definitely going to be part of the swamp in Tennessee. So, that's not very good, but he's definitely going to be better than Bain for sure.
What about Matt Van Epps leads you to believe that he is going to be part of the swamp?
His demeanor, the way he answers the questions, he avoids a lot of them, and, a great representative would have been Mr. Barrett.
Yeah, but, obviously folks had an opportunity. I like Jody, as far as that goes. Had him on the show many, many times, but
that's where you're talking about that $300,000 that the people brought up, but it all goes because of that school voucher.
Well, I brought it up. Let's be clear, John. I brought up the $350,000 that the House Freedom Action Caucus brought to the table to advance Jody Barrett's candidacy, only because Jody went on News Channel 5 and complained about political action money coming out of Washington, D.C., and did not bother to mention the $350,000 that came out of Washington, D.C. to benefit him. So if you're going to mention all the other money that went against you, I would think that you would want to mention the money that was in support of you, don't you?
Yes.
Otherwise, I would think that you're being swampy.
Well, only time will tell, sir.
Well, no, that's a pretty swampy thing to do. So anyway,
we'll see.
Well, look, hopefully, I don't know what type of Congressman Matt Van Epps will be. Hope he's a good one. And like you say, time will tell, John.
Yes, sir.
All right, Matt, brother. I appreciate it. Take care. 18 after the hour, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. 1834 says, shouldn't we all want billionaires to pay more? They do. A lot more. It's not even close. Not even close. Let's be real clear about this. Half the people in the United States of America earning an income don't pay federal income taxes. That's a statistic. That is a statistical fact. That's not Matt Murphy's opinion about it. That is a fact. And then you go up the grading scale, and you'll find that as you get closer to the top, those individuals are paying dollar for dollar far more money than anybody else because they earn far more money. And obviously, all things being equal, you should pay a similar percentage of your income as to what they pay for their income. Now, then you add in, capital gains and other types of investment opportunity, and it gets a little squirrely in terms of the tax deal. And I'm not here to discuss that because I don't pretend to understand the mountain of tax code that exists for people that are earning billions of dollars outside of their quote unquote income. But billionaires pay more taxes than you or me by percentage. It's not even close. Not even close. Do your research and you'll find this. Don't trust the schmuck on the radio. Just go and Google it. And you'll see the 5 tiers, and you'll see the taxation levels, and you'll see the percentiles, the 20% and the 20%, and you'll see what I'm talking about. 615-737-9986. It's The Murphy Show. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Thank you, all of you, for joining us on this Monday edition. It is the Monday before our Nashville Rescue Mission Radiothon, which happens 1 week from today. Very excited about that. Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first Nashville Rescue Mission Radiothon?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's going to be special. Jackson asked me earlier today, wait a minute, no breaks? No breaks. No commercial breaks. We take brief timeouts that give us an opportunity to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water or whatever, but during those times, we play, special vignettes that we have pre-prepared, focusing in and highlighting on some of the graduates of the Nashville Rescue Mission Life Recovery Program. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. I beg of you, it is my prediction. Listen to me now. We're going to break $300,000 this year. I think last year we got $288 in 14 hours. $288,000. And I don't know how many meals that translates to. I know this year we're going for 55,000 meals. I don't know how much money that translates to. But I want to beat our record from last year. And I need your help to do it. 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 And if you're driving down the highway right now going home, you look to the left of you and to the right of you, I need their help to do it too. So what we need to do is gather together and give to what a wonderful, worthwhile organization Nashville Rescue Mission truly is. They don't take any money from the government. They don't. You know why they don't take any money from the government? Because they want to pray with people. That's as bottom line as I can give it to you. They don't take any money from the government because if they did, they couldn't get down on their knees with you and pray that God, in his infinite blessing, offers you relief from whatever you're going through. That's pretty special. And I love this group of people. I love what they stand for, and we're going to talk all about it coming up 1 week from today, bright and early with Dan Mandis in the morning at 5 a.m. I will not be there at 5 a.m., but I will be there along a little bit later on. And then, of course, Chris Hand will be there, and Chad Benson will be there, and Matt Murphy will be there. Our entire team will be involved. Jackson, I believe you will be back here at home base, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe there. I don't know.
Is Ken going to be here?
I'm going to be here at home base.
Ken is holding down the fort at home base.
Just don't take my waiver.
Okay, I won't. Hey, which was the worst defeat? Oklahoma or Georgia?
Oklahoma, because Ken's too nice.
Because you lashed out at me.
Yeah, I could just scream
with impunity. That makes sense. That makes sense. 4574. Hold on to that $1,000, and you let me know. You hold on to that money until 3:05. There's also, I'll say one more thing about the Nashville Rescue. There's also a little bit of a friendly competition. I'm not telling you when to give. I just beg of you to give as you can. Dig deep and give whatever you can. Whatever is in your budget and in your heart, give it. But there is, I will admit to you, a bit of a friendly competition amongst the hosts, and it obviously is all in good fun. But it also gets a little serious when we cut down to it. That each host wants to have more people give more money during their portion of the broadcast day than any other host. Now, I'm not telling you not to give during Dan Mandis' Nashville's Morning News, and you give a couple of bucks for Chris Hand, and you give one or two for Chad Benson, but when it comes to Matt Murphy, y'all know what to do. Come on now. We need it. All right, this. Matt, this is from 6045. Before we get a break, I love all of our Super Text listeners. I love the fact that you are willing to pick up your phone and text us on the Super Text line. Thank you. From 6045 at 5:17 tonight. Matt sucks. Now, I want to know which Matt you're talking about. Are you talking about me? Because that's fair. Matt Van Epps? I don't know. But then 6045 goes on to say, we're starting a new conservative party, the Volunteer Party, and if you're over 50, you're not welcome. Ken, you and I are out.
That's not inclusive.
That's not very nice. That's not welcoming, loving. Now, Jackson, apparently, you're welcome. I pray Matt Van Epps loses so bad, and I'm going to laugh. And I said, are you a liberal? Common sense Republican, more in the likes of Randy Boyd, Bob Corker, Lamar Alexander, the men who built this state. You're welcome. Not the men who are crumbling it into the ground currently. UT Economist reports the hardest year financially is coming this year for Tennessee. Rainy day fund is dry. It was over $900 million. You support clowns. You better start playing devil's advocate unless you want to go down with them. Who's going down? I'm going down with who? Who do I support? Help me out here, 6045. Tell me how I believe. I'm listening. It's time for the news on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. So my buddy, the Super Texter, 6045. By the way, the rainy day fund is not dry, and I was told by 6045, you support clowns. You better start playing devil's advocate unless you want to go down with them. You know you're an ass kisser. So I said, just in the interest of conversation, who's the best elected official in Tennessee? That's a pretty simple question, right? All right, this person says I support the wrong people. This person says I'm a booty kisser. Okay, fair. All right, fine. You're not. That's fair. whatever. Who do you consider to be the best elected official in Tennessee? Here's the response. Matt would say that it's Governor Lee while he steps on the bus to kiss more butt. Matt is being used and doesn't even know it.
There's a bus for these kind of things?
I went on a bus ride with Lee and Speaker Cameron Sexton. They were doing a re-election junket last year, and they invited me to be on the bus and speak to an event, and I did it. That's what he's referencing. So it's a long-time listener here.
How was the bus?
It's nice.
Snacks?
They had, I think they had Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's nice.
One of those breakfast biscuits.
Oh.
I know that. You know what I did? This is a true story.
You stuffed a bunch in your pocket?
Congressman John Rose,
Yeah.
he had some Mountain Dews, Diet Mountain Dews in the refrigerator on the bus, and I stole one. Well, I took one, and then I sat down, and I popped it open, and I said, ooh, I love me a Diet Mountain Dew. And John said, yeah, those are mine. I was like, oh, well, thank you, John. Didn't know I was taking that from you there, buddy. But no, who do you say is the best elected official in Tennessee? You apparently hate everybody. You loved Bob Corker, and you loved Lamar Alexander, two men that I'm consistently seeing on the super text line are considered to be corrupt swamp dwellers. I'm not saying they are. I'm not. I was this before my time. I'm not here to besmirch their good names. 70785. You got free God's chicken and Mountain Dew. That's exactly right. 40 after the hour. We'll get back to this nonsense in a moment. Plus, it almost occurred to me to make the federal government or the government of the United States of America our nincompoop in the news. I felt like it would be unfair and a little too easy. Did y'all know Amelia Earhart? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart?
Yeah, lady got lost while flying a plane.
Mm-hmm. Proved that, women shouldn't be pilots, basically. But anyway, so
I didn't say that.
I also didn't.
I'm joking. Well, she disappeared in 1937. Do y'all know that the government records on her disappearance were classified until this year? And it took Trump to declassify them?
Why were they classified, I wonder?
I don't know.
Have you looked into them?
I've not, but apparently she got lost and she stopped to ask directions. And that's what happened. That's why you should never stop to ask directions if you get lost.
Especially mid-flight.
Just keep right on going. 41 after the hour. It's time for Nincompoops in the News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. What's going on? Yeah, I felt like it'd be too easy if I went the Amelia Earhart Nincompoops route, and so I went a different way. It is Matt Murphy. It is Jackson Williams. It is the returning Ken Weaver. It's time for Nincompoops in the News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. We give you three stories, and you have an opportunity to vote on one of the three. Who is the Nincompoop of the day? Ken's been out.
I've been out.
I don't remember who won Friday, and so Ken gets to go first.
I do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm going to use this one then. And
Let's go.
Boys let me know if you already did.
All right.
All right, here we go. According to Turkish news outlet NTV, 50-year-old Beyhan Mutlu had been out drinking with friends in the province of Bursa. At some point during the evening, he wandered into a nearby forest and did not return. Concerned for his safety, his wife and friends contacted authorities to report him missing. Local police quickly organized a search effort to comb through the forested area. Mutlu, unaware that he was the person everyone was looking for, came across the very group searching for him and decided to lend a hand. He joined the volunteers and police, walking through the forest for hours, helping call out his own name, without realizing he was the subject of the search. The confusion came to an abrupt end when one of the searchers called out, "Beyhan Mutlu!" And Mutlu responded without hesitation, "I am here."
He was helping him.
At that point, a rescuer took him aside to get his details and understand what was going on. "Don't punish me too harshly, officer. My father will kill me," Mutlu reportedly said to NTV.
There's a scene from a movie where, it's Indiana Jones, the third one where they think Indy goes over the cliff and he does it, and his buddy and his dad are standing there. Oh no! And Indy's standing there next to him, and he's looking over the cliff with him. Is that what? What's his name? Mutlu?
That's old Bayhan Mutlu.
Bayhan Mutlu. What?
Bayhan.
I am here. Skinweaver.
I am here.
How can I help thee? That's pretty funny.
We've been looking for you.
Bayhan's a nincompoop.
Yeah,
and that's a pretty good story.
Bayhan Mutlu.
Jackson.
Yes, sir.
You're a nincompoop, sir.
All right. Former Pennsylvania police chief accused of dealing cocaine and stealing a law enforcement rifle. A former chief of police in western Pennsylvania is facing drugs and weapon charges after authorities say he was allegedly caught trying to sell cocaine and was also in possession of a stolen law enforcement rifle. Wow. Investigators with the state attorney general's office say 56-year-old Eric Doubt, who was reportedly employed as an officer with the UPMC, was under police surveillance when he allegedly tried to deal the drugs in Armstrong County. Authorities say he is also alleged to have stolen an AR-style rifle from the evidence locker at his former department in Westmoreland County. Attorney General Sunday of Pennsylvania said this type of conduct by a trusted officer of the law violates the oath he took to keep our communities safe. Mm-hmm. As a sworn officer, he was duty-bound to remove these dangers from the community, and instead, we allege he peddled these poisons. Investigators note UPMC was helpful in assisting agents throughout the investigation.
Not only is that a good nincompoop story, can we just take a moment to note how much better Jackson has gotten delivering his stories?
Brother Jackson's got a great delivery.
He's got a great delivery going on.
I'm just following Weaver's lead.
You know, I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, the great Ken Weaver will never be matched, as we both know, but it's pretty fine delivery, Jackson.
The man in the news closet.
News Closet B.
News Closet B. Not to be confused
Where's
with
News Closet A?
News Closet A is across the hall. They have a window in News Closet A.
Is it nicer?
It's much nicer. Have you seen it?
No.
I'll show it to you later. It's much nicer.
It doesn't have a deck of dad jokes, though.
No deck of dad jokes. No Oklahoma cookie. Is your Oklahoma cookie still up?
It's still there, dude. Hiding in the corner. Dirty, low down. And then the cracker is the O in Oklahoma.
I don't think y'all have lost since that cookie went up.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, well, I was hoping, maybe that cookie's not the luck. Let me tell you, your defense doesn't need luck. All right, here's my nincompoop real quick. Well, I have two to choose from. Will y'all help me choose?
Yes, sir.
I could go 81 Monkeys or High Pilots.
I'm using the second one for tomorrow, so do the Monkeys.
You should have said that, Brother Jackson.
Let's go to Tampa, where JetBlue pilots.
Come on!
I mean,
come on!
What am I supposed to do, Jackson?
You're not going to win either way. I thought that one wasn't great. I just needed one.
What? You think the 81 Monkeys would be better?
What? I'll do it. I'll just do it. All right. So JetBlue flight in Tampa, Florida. It's on its way to Boston's Logan Airport, right, Matt?
Uh-huh,
I'm not reading any of this, by the way.
Right.
And a passenger in, I believe, seat 1F was smoking a marijuana vape in the lavatory.
Uh-huh.
And some of the crew inhaled it.
Uh-huh.
So they had to turn the plane around and go back to Boston's Logan Airport, and they declared it an emergency.
Uh-huh.
And the person was arrested.
Yes. It was in 1F, by the way.
I got the seat number right, Ken. Am I looking at the computer?
No, sir, you're not.
No. That's the basic details. So
now do the monkey one.
Some guy vaped, and they had to turn the flight around. Wasn't a very good story.
Secondhand vape.
You got suckered, Jackson. Just suckered.
No, I got to do two nincompoops. Now there's votes coming everywhere for me.
Thai Rangers, that's as in Thailand,
yes, sir,
have arrested two men suspected of being part of an international wildlife smuggling network. The military said Saturday after they intercepted a car carrying 81 macaw. Is it macaw monkeys?
I believe so.
Macaw monkeys?
Yeah.
Near the Cambodian border. Thailand, you see, is a major transit hub for wildlife smugglers who often sell highly prized endangered creatures on the lucrative black market in China, Taiwan, and Southeast Asia, where these creatures filter throughout the rest of the known world. A patrol stopped a vehicle on Friday afternoon in a certain district that I cannot pronounce of the Sakya province. Sakya.
The what?
The Sakya province.
The what, Matt?
That's the
What's it called? Say it one more time.
Sakya province. There's an E in there. I think I'm missing the E. There's a lot of vowels. There's only like two. There's
Whole bunch of.
There's an S and a K, and the rest
Just
are
do it
vowels, brother.
One more for me.
I think it's actually Sakyo.
Sakyo.
Sakyo. I saw. I don't know. Province where troops found the monkeys stuffed into blue bags. Oh, poor monkey.
Man.
Yo, be cool with the monkeys, man. At 3:20 in the p.m., authorities arrested the two suspects and inspected their vehicle. According to the 12th Ranger Forces Regiment, who is responsible in the area, they counted them up and they found 81 separate monkeys. But that's not why I'm telling you the story. They also found multiple bags of crystal meth, because why wouldn't you go ahead and smuggle in your crystal meth while you're smuggling in your monkeys?
Yeah.
If I had $1, Ken Weaver, for every time I see a monkey, I know there's crystal meth not far behind. I just know it. During questioning, the men admitted they were involved in a cross-border trafficking ring, moving the macaw monkeys from Thailand into Cambodia, but they denied knowledge of the crystal meth.
Don't know anything about that.
Yeah. We got the monkeys, but I don't know about the meth.
You know how them monkeys are.
You know, they should have blamed the monkeys. That meth's got to belong to them monkeys.
Yeah.
That's how we play Nincompoops in the News. There's three monkeys: Ken Weaver, Jackson Williams, and Matt Murphy. Vote early, vote often. No, I did not call it 50-70. You got a nasty mind.
Oh. Somebody thinking dirty thoughts.
I said it's the Sakha province. Weaver's getting votes. Murphy wins today. Over the radio, it keeps sounding like you're saying suck off. I'm not saying.
That's why I kept asking you to keep saying it.
Suck off. Y'all are dirty people. Jackson's disqualified for being filthy dirty.
No
Nasty
morality.
Nasty. Young folks these days. We'll be back in a moment. That's Nincompoops in the News. Vote 615-737-9986. Supertalk 99.7. Supertalk 99.7 WTN. Brace for impact. Weaver in a landslide.
All right.
I mean, this is just a cornucopia, a hodgepodge of responses to conversation that's happened over the last half hour. For example, it's believed she was killed by the Japanese. I guess that's in reference to Amelia Earhart.
Oh.
Have y'all heard, though, that they declassified this stuff and they just released it like yesterday, but so she went to or was a professor at Purdue University. And before she left on this she was around the world flight or whatever, she promised that when she got back, she would donate the airplane to Purdue for display. So Purdue has an investment in all of this, and apparently they've been looking for the airplane for a long, long time because they want their airplane. And they apparently have found an anomaly under the water just off of an island in the vicinity of where she was believed to have crashed, and they are going there this spring. They were planning on leaving like a week ago. I'm not making any – it sounds like I'm making all of this up. I'm not making any of this up. They were planning on leaving like November 4th, but it's typhoon season where they have to go, and there were some other monetary concerns, and they couldn't get I know what it was, permitting. They had to get a permit from the people that legally own the island or the country that legally owns the island. Long story short, they're leaving in spring, and they're going – and if this is if this might be her airplane. And you can find the images online of what they believe is an aircraft or some sort of metallic object in the water right off an island in the area where she impacted. So, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to. That's a audio representation of what I feel like. You know, the last thing that, remember that joke, the last thing that went through Amelia Earhart's mind?
I do not. Are you going to say it?
Her butt is the punchline.
Oh.
I didn't want to do that. Ken made me.
Time for the news.